James tried his best to not laugh at Maya's reaction. Sensing that James found the reaction to be humorous, Maya stomped ahead. "Where are you going?" He quickly followed after her. She sniffed, not answering his question. "This girl," James thought as he smiled. James tried to chase after Maya, but each time she ran away from him. This led to the two of them doing several laps around the camp, likely looking comical to Celine and Raul. It was even more humorous considering they were playing around in an area that is ordinarily dangerous. The fact that they could be distracted added a surreal sensation. Catching up to Maya, James wrapped an arm around her. "Got you," he grinned. Struggling to get free, she playfully squirmed. Since he was only using a single arm to hold Maya, it would have been a simple matter to get out of his grasp. "I'm sorry for teasing you," James said. Stopping, Maya turned her head away to indicate her feelings on his actions. Playing along, James asked, "What do I need to do to make it up to you?" He knew that she wasn't actually angry. Maya crossed her arms in front of her. Wrapping his arms around her, James just enjoyed the moment of having her close to him. Even if it was while both of them were wearing armor, it was still a moment that they didn't often get, where they didn't have to be on constant alert, at least for a short time. They were still on the edge of the camp, and everyone was sleeping, meaning they're the ones people were counting on to spot any dangers. "You smell nice," James whispered. There was a playful gagging noise before Maya said, "I literally haven't taken a bath or shower in days." "I don't know what you're talking about." "So you're saying I stink?" James said in a hurt tone. "And your armor." Maya giggled. Maya then touched James's arm. "But it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing that you stink." She leaned against him, letting James be the one holding her up. The occasional branch creaking from the wind was the only background noise for the two. James made sure to keep his ears open to any unusual sounds. Even if he enjoyed playing around with Maya, he made sure to do his job as the guard. As Maya leaned forward, he released her. "We should probably keep walking around the camp." Maya looked with a smile. Grinning, James nodded. Maya reached out for James's hand, and the two continued their walk around the camp. Once in a while, there would be a snapping of a twig or branch. The two of them would stop and search for the source of the sound. James's eyes searched above them, checking to see whether it was caused by a monster. The only thing that was visible was the leaves and branches of the massive trees that surrounded them. "At least, we're not seeing anything that crawls through the branches." Maya grinned, grateful for their luck. "We're not deep enough into the forest to encounter those things yet." James tried not to think about them. At a certain point, they need to pay greater attention to what's around them, in addition to what's above them. There'd be things that nest in the branches, often ambushing their prey or capturing birds in their traps. The nice thing about those monsters was how they'd leave traces of their presence. It wasn't often that such monsters would roam outside their territory.